Hi guys, in this episode of RDK, I'm gonna be checking out the current comeback of the group ONEWE with their song Universe. And yes, I know I haven't reacted to every single song or should I say specifically music video that they have released in the last few months of the last year. Yes, I know, I just been very overwhelmed with releases and I'm slowly catching up through all of them. I'm gonna check them out as soon as I can, but now is not gonna be the time. Now I'm gonna be checking out their current comeback, Universe. And with a name like that, I'm expecting that it's gonna be um, I guess kind of ballady. Like I know that this is like a band, but for the most part, their songs have been pretty like not ballady, I guess, for lack of a better term to describe it. So I'm hoping it doesn't really lean full on into ballad because I don't really like ballads that much. But at the very least, I just really hope I enjoy it. You know, let's leave it at that. I just hope I enjoy it, no matter what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it and find out when I'm gonna like it. In 3, 2, 1.
하늘과 땅과 우리만 아는 작은 별에 새긴 얘기
Yeah, it really looks like it is gonna be a ballad.
잃어버린 밤 잃어버린 시간들 속
Judging by what is happening on screen, I guess it's more of a ballad for love of your family.
빛을 밝혀준 어떤 내 곁을 지켜준 어떤 고개를 떨고 날 보며 안간힘을 내주던
Again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I am a little disappointed that it's not more of an energetic song and it's a ballad. But it's not like it's a bad song.
가도 괜찮을까 우리 멀리 갈까 더 멀리 가볼까 저 별에 너와 내가 떨어지면 어떨까 너도 알게 될까 같은 마음 될까 너의 모든 게 다
Yeah, this part here is actually kind of good. Like I am enjoying it. I think it's because it's like a little bit more energetic and powerful.
담을 수조차 없는 남을 숨기지 못한 하얗게 핀 꽃을 보면 네가 아른거린다 수없이 많은 날에 어둠이 널
Like they still do really good songs when it comes to doing like more emotional and ballady like songs. Like I think the song of theirs that I liked the last time was Parting back in 2020. I really enjoyed that song. And I guess I was maybe hoping about to get something like that. Because like again, this is a little bit too ballady for me to really enjoy it. It's still good, and like I'm enjoying listening to it, but I'll probably never really replay it. And at least they get to show some of their skills as actual musicians with like musical instruments. Did they really just grab that granny and have her run in a quarry? That is kind of hilarious. I'm sorry, but that is just kind of funny to me. To have his mom or his grandma or whoever she's supposed to be just run inside a quarry like him is just kind of hilarious. It's so silly and I kind of like it. Okay. So I know that I usually check out the songs twice when it comes to the music videos, at least, but I feel like this is one of those rare times where I don't really feel like I'm gonna get anything from checking it out a second time, because like it's a ballad song. Like they are, not to sound demeaning, but they are simple songs. Like there's not much to them that you need to listen multiple times to really get, unlike more complex and more songs that have just more stuff going on inside of them. I still enjoyed this song and I still think it's a good song. Like if you're into ballads, I think this is genuinely a really good song. But for me personally, I just prefer a little bit more fast-paced or a little bit more. I mean, I already mentioned it. Like, I really liked the song "Parting." I think it was. Let me check for sure whether it was "Parting" that I liked. Yeah, it was "Parting." I really enjoyed "Parting." That was a really damn good song. And if we got another case of that, I would have been really happy because I really enjoy ONEWE. Like, I've really grown to love both ONEWE and GYP's band group, Day 6. Yeah, it was Day 6. And they even have a new group called Extraordinary Heroes, which I'm going to be checking out after this video. So stay tuned if you're interested. But yeah, this is just a little bit too ballady for me. I still kind of like the chorus when it kind of ramps up a little bit, but even then, it's just a little too boring for me. It's not bad. Again, I want to make this clear. I don't think it's a bad song. I think it's a good song. But I just don't really... I just want something that engages me more, and this one doesn't really. So yeah, in terms of a rating for it, I think I'm gonna give it a solid 8.6 out of 10. It could be even higher if I was into this kind of stuff. So for people who are into this kind of stuff, it could be like a 9.6 out of 10. But for me, considering I've listened to songs of theirs that are still very emotional and ballady, like I said, Parting, but that I enjoyed that much more, I just feel like this one is just weak in comparison to that one. But if you disagree with me, that's completely fine. But just comment down below what you guys thought about this song, and let's have a discussion about it. And also, if this song comes with any B-sides, maybe among the B-sides there's gonna be some good song that I really enjoy. So comment down below whether you want to see a reaction to that, so I know there's a demand for a reaction like that. Otherwise, you could also go through my Patreon where you can get to demand me a reaction to the B-sides, so that's an option as well. Ultimately, it's gonna be up to me whether I'm interested in checking out the B-sides, because I just cannot keep up with reacting to every single album that comes out. I tried that, it didn't work out. But yeah, I don't know, it's really up to you. But before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out and thanks to my currently 2 patrons on Patreon, Omari Bridgman and Deadpool. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me and continue to support me for such a long time over on my Patreon. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me for a long time as well. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being just a normal guy, but most of the time, right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person.
They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!